Welcome to CineChat, your go-to podcast for all things movies and TV.
Oh, yeah.
What if you could survive Squid Game? Imagine yourself actually in the Squid Game.
Wait, what?
But obviously without, the whole dying thing. It's the official Squid Game board game. I snagged a copy.
Oh, wow.
You can find it online too.
Yeah.
I'll drop a link in the show notes.
Okay.
But for now, feast your eyes on this.
Whoa. They really went all out with the packaging. It looks just like the invitations from the show.
Presentation is everything.
Okay, I'm officially intrigued what's inside.
Okay, drum roll, please. Ta-da!
Ooh.
Look at this board.
Oh, wow.
It's got all the iconic locations,
Okay.
the dorm rooms,
Uh-huh.
the playground, even the creepy staircase.
Whoa. And are those the little player tokens?
Yeah.
They even have the numbers on them, just like in the show.
Yeah.
I'm getting chills already.
And wait, it gets better. Check out the back of the tokens.
Okay.
Each one has a cash value.
What?
So as your players get eliminated, you get the picture.
Oh, my God.
It's a grim reminder of what's at stake.
That's a really clever way to incorporate the show's themes into the gameplay. Right. You're not just losing a piece on the board, you're losing potential winnings.
Exactly.
Okay, I need to know how this works.
Yeah.
Walk me through it.
So we start with the first game, of course.
Okay.
Red light, green light. Remember that terrifying giant robot girl?
Ah.
Well, here she is in card form.
Oh my gosh.
So you bet cards on how many spaces you dare to move.
Oh, okay.
Then you flip a red light, green light card.
Okay, so far so good.
Right.
But what happens if you move the wrong amount? Don't tell me. Elimination.
Bingo! Your little player token bites the dust.
Oh no.
And here's where the strategy comes in.
Okay.
The cards don't reshuffle until they're all played.
Oh.
So as you play,
Okay.
you start to get a sense of what's coming next.
Ooh, that's devious. So you're constantly trying to outguess the deck, just like the players in the show were trying to anticipate the doll's movements.
Exactly. It's a total mind game.
Yeah.
And the tension just builds with every turn.
Mm.
You're always second-guessing yourself, wondering if you should play it safe or risk it all for a big move.
Oh, totally.
It really captures the essence of that first challenge.
Okay, I'm already hooked. What comes after red light, green light? Don't tell me.
Now, you guessed it. Dalgona. Remember those honeycomb candies with the shapes?
Yes.
This one is a total test of your nerves and maybe a bit of luck.
Okay.
You pick a shape
Mm-hmm.
and try to move your tokens along its path by drawing cards.
Right.
But if you draw the crack card,
Oh, no. Another player bites the dust?
One more chance. Please, please don't.
They really captured the brutal elimination aspect of the show, huh?
it's brutal but brilliant.
Oh, my God.
And there's an extra layer of strategy here.
Yeah.
Your opponents can actually shuffle your cards between turns.
What?
Talk about adding insult to injury.
Wow, so it's not just about drawing the right cards, it's about trying to outsmart your opponents.
Right.
They could be setting you up for a devastating loss. I love that it incorporates that element of player interaction.
Right, it makes you question everyone's motives.
Oh.
And just like in the show, you never know who to trust.
For sure.
Which brings us to tug of war. This is where those temporary alliances come into play.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Tug of War. Now that's a game that requires some serious strategy. I bet it's all about forming the right alliances. Did they manage to capture that in the board game?
Oh, absolutely. You distribute your tokens on different tug-of-war ropes and then play cards to determine the strength of each side. Whoever has the highest total wins, and the losers, well, let's just say they don't get to play anymore.
So it's a combination of luck and strategic card play.
Yeah,
You have to choose your allies wisely and hope for the best.
exactly. And here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
You might have more tokens than cards.
What?
So you have to decide which ropes to prioritize and which alliances to. Let's just say reconsider.
Ooh, tough choices. Betraying your allies for a chance to win. It's just like the show. Okay, what comes next? Don't tell me it's the marble game.
You know it. Get ready for some serious feels. This one is all about those heartbreaking one-on-one battles. You can choose to play either odds and evens or closest to the wall.
Oh man, those scenes in the show were so intense, I can't imagine how they translated that into a board game.
Well, they did a pretty good job. Odds and evens is a classic guessing game.
Okay.
You try to predict whether your opponent has an odd or even number of marbles, but closest to the wall, that one gets a little Chaotic.
Chaotic good, I hope. I'm picturing marbles flying everywhere.
Oh, it can definitely get wild.
Yeah.
Especially if you're playing with someone who's a little too enthusiastic with their flicking.
Yeah.
But it adds a fun element of chance to the game.
I love it. It's a nice break from the strategic card play, and it really captures that feeling of unpredictability that was so prevalent in the show. Sometimes, no matter how good you are, luck just isn't on your side.
He cares! I give it up!
Okay, what's next? We're getting close to the finale, right?
You bet. Get ready to cross the glass bridge.
Oh my god.
This one is all about nerve and, well, a bit of memory. You move your tokens across a bridge of glass panels,
Okay.
but some of them are broken.
I can already feel my palms getting sweaty. It's like I'm actually on that bridge. So how do you know which panels are safe?
That's the clever part. As players are eliminated, you start to learn which panels are the deadly ones. So it becomes a game of deduction and calculated risks.
Ooh. So you have to pay attention to what happens to the other players? And I bet there's a way to mess with your opponents, right? There's always a way to betray someone in Squid Game.
Oh, you know it. The push card is back. You can force another player to take a risky move and maybe send them plummeting to their doom. Just like Sang-woo pushing the glassmaker in the show.
Classic Squid Game move. I can't wait to use that one. Okay, we've come to the final showdown. The Squid Game itself.
This is it, the moment of truth. All your surviving tokens face off on this epic squid-shaped board. It's a chaotic, action-packed battle where anything can happen. And by the way, if you're loving this deep dive and want to experience the game for yourself, you can grab a copy online. The link is in the show notes. Now back to the game.
Okay, spill the beans. How does it work? What kind of action is there in this final showdown?
Okay, so picture this. It's down to the wire, just a couple of your tokens left, and you're staring down your opponent across this awesome squid-shaped board. This is where those action cards come in. You've got block, stab, and push each, letting you outmaneuver your opponent.
Okay, those sound intense. So it's like a combination of strategy and, well, a bit of aggression. You're actively trying to take out your opponent's.
Oh, absolutely. Just like in the show, it's a fight to the finish.
Khufia Inspector.
You're trying to get your token to the head of the squid, and each card lets you manipulate the other player's positions. Block lets you defend yourself. Stab is pretty self-explanatory.
Ooh, brutal, but effective. And push. Does that let you knock someone off course, maybe into a less advantageous spot?
Exactly. You can push someone who's blocking, potentially sending them back a few spaces, and there's even a run card that lets you move 2 spaces, which can be a lifesaver when you're trying to escape a stabber.
Wow, so there's a real sense of urgency in this final game. You have to think fast, make strategic decisions, and be prepared for anything.
It's like the culmination of everything you've learned throughout the game. All the strategy, the alliances, the betrayals, it all leads up to this final showdown.
And in the end, only one player can emerge victorious, claiming the ultimate prize. Just like in the show.
Exactly. And let me tell you, the feeling of reaching that squid's head is just incredible. It's like you've conquered all those challenges and emerged a true survivor. And hey, if you're ready to experience this for yourself, you can grab a copy online. Link is in the show notes.
I have to say, this board game sounds like an amazing way to experience the thrill of Squid Game. Without the whole life or death thing, of course.
Right. It's intense, it's strategic, and it's surprisingly emotional. You really get invested in your little tokens and their fate.
You've convinced me. I'm definitely adding this to my game night collection. It sounds like the perfect mix of strategy, suspense, and fun.
You won't regret it. Just be prepared for some intense competition and maybe a few heated moments with your fellow player.
Well, that's all part of the fun, right? It's a game that really tests your limits and reveals a lot about human nature.
Exactly. So there you have it, the Squid Game board game. A thrilling, strategic, and surprisingly emotional roller coaster of a game.
A true test of survival, all from the comfort of your own living room.
But for now, I'm happy with the board game. No death involved.
That's probably a wise choice.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right, so for anyone listening who's as excited about this game as we are,
Yes.
We've got you covered. There's a link in the episode description. You can find the game, Squid Game. Let the games begin.
Plus, we've got some little extras in there for you guys, so...
Goodies.
Goodies. Don't forget to let us know what you think. Would you play this game? What are your favorite mini games? What are your strategies for winning? Hit us up on social media.
We love hearing from you guys. And tag us in your posts.
Until next time.
And hey, if enough of you are interested, maybe we'll even host our own Squid Game tournament. That would be amazing. Oh man, a tournament. That'd be so cool. And remember, even if you lose the game, the insights you gain along the way.
Those might be the biggest prize of all.
Ooh, well said. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time.